Good afternoon, girls. Let's translate chapter 18. I'm doing this now so that you can use it in case you think it is of any use in your revision. Hopefully the audio is working because we've struggled with that recently. Quintus discedit, departs domo, from home, ablative there. Postero die, on the next day, twab, time when ablative. Scintilla said to Flaccus, dative, dixit, perfect tense because of the x sound. Quintus learns nothing in illo, ablative, following in that school. He is clever in geniosus debet. He ought, ire, infinitive, to go to Rome, motion towards, accusative, to an excellent or a very good superlative school. Flaccus said, my dear wife, vocative there. Non potest Quintus. Quintus is not able to make a journey, infinitive there, to Rome solus, alone. Scintilla responded, dative, to him, dicis vera, you speak vera, true things, my husband. Tu debes, you ought to take, infinitive, you ought to take him to Rome. Flaccus said, we do not have enough genitive, partitive genitive, of money. I am not able to leave behind you and Horatia. Infinitive relinquere. Tres horas, thlac, time how long accusative. For 3 hours they were discussing, in perfect tense there, they were discussing the matter. Tandem, at last Scintilla said, we ought to sell, infinitive, we ought to sell the field. 2, you ought, ducere, infinitive, you ought to take Quintus to Rome. Horatia and I are able, first person plural, Horatia and I, literally, we are able to remain here, manere, infinitive, and to live cheaply. Constituerant, perfect tense, they decided to sell half of the field. De medium, Scintilla and Horatia, poterant, imperfect, were able, colere, infinitive, to work on half the field. Totam hiemen, thlac, for all winter, Quintus was remaining imperfect at home, so Quintus was remaining at home, locative there, for all winter, and he juvabat, imperfect, and he was helping his parents. Omnes, they were all working diligently. Quintus, colebat, was worshipping, but was working on the field. Imperfect there, not worshipping. The instructions they give you there are wrong. Colebat, he was working on the field. Flaccus, agebat, literally was playing the part, but was taking on the role of an auctioneer, and thus he got or made, comparavit, perfect tense, much silver, lots of money. Spring, akedebat, was approaching, imperfect, when Flaccus said, dative, to his wife, jam satis argenti habemus, we have enough, genitive, of money. It is time to take Quintus Romam, motion towards, accusative, to Rome. For 2 days, all things were ready, duobus, within, time within which ablative, in 2 days. Postero die, on the next day, Flaccus and Quintus said goodbye, juserum, perfect tense, said farewell to Scintilla. Mater, the mother, Flebat, imperfect, was weeping, and she orabat, was praying, imperfect, to the gods. O gods, imperative here, save my son. Redite, imperative again. Return him in columem safely, mihi, dative, to me. O Flaccus, vocative. Cura, imperative, take care of our son. O Quintus, esto, imperative, be a good boy. Stude, study diligently, and return home soon. Let's see, she was holding her son and her husband, her boy and her man, it says that her son and her husband in her arms, in an embrace, ablative there, imperfect, tenebat. Then she returned into the house, valde commota, very upset. Horatia and Argus, contendere, perfect tense, walked with them to the first milestone. Cum, following cum, the pronoun, going in the ablative, contendere, perfect tense. Then Horatia jusit, perfect tense, said goodbye and led Argus home. Reduxit, the x telling us it's perfect tense, not without multis lacrimis, many tears. Tertia ora, twab, time when ablative, at the 3rd hour of the day, they, both sad and happy, entered onto the road which ducebat was leading to Rome. Quinto die, on the 5th day, not for 5 days, it says there, on the 5th day, twab, time when ablative, Flaccus and his son ascenderunt, climbed the hill. Venusia was not far away, Venusia was not far away. Quintus was imperfect, erat was valde fessus, was very tired. He saw miliarum prope, he saw a marking point near the road. He approached it. I saw a milestone, we'll say, next to the road. He approached it, acessit, perfect tense, and he read the inscription. Roma. Rome is 150,000 paces, 150 miles. Oh, Father, he said, we have walked for, time how long accusative, for 5 days. We have crossed, perfect tense, mountains and rivers, but Rome is still 150 miles away. I am very tired, ego valde fessus sum, ecce, imperative. Look, it is now night, night is here. Quid facede, what ought we to do? Infinitive facede. I am not, non possum, I am not able to walk longius. Further, Flaccus responded, don't despair, my son, noli desperare, noli imperative, desperare infinitive, fili vocative. We are able to spend the night in that wood. Flaccus led Quintus, duxit, perfect tense, into the woods. Quintus collected firewood, collegit, perfect tense, and he lit a fire. Paraverant. They quickly prepared dinner, paraverant, perfect tense. Then Quintus lay down under a tree, sub arbore, arbore there in the ablative, cubuit, perfect tense, and soon mox dormiebat, he was sleeping. Very well done, girls. I'm looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you.